He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
40 worth the mic. 40 worth the mic. Check, check, check. Hey! Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey, rock it, now.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Minshew sets to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, here's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 22. And a big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Watson dumping it off for Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Minshew with a quick throw out wide to Chark. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
41's coming. 41's a Mike. Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
Now Minshew. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Go. Hey, echo. All day, dog. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Bring it. Go.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And able to find Conley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
4 yards the pickup, first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Hey, Zoo.
This is Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun is Minshew. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
24-yard.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Houston.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he powers his way up past the 30. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
It's a gain of...
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
From the 31, Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Complete to Bo Scarborough. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And Stills over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete to Kenny Still.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
With a former All-Pro, this is David Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
To the 49-yard line.
Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Second and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Quick throw completed by Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Watson on first down. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells.
Watson.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To the air yet again, Watson. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. First down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks.
Texans.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a give right side, Coleman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Minshew. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
David Johnson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Here's Watson. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw. 41's coming. 41's the mic. I got it.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Go now. 30 base. That's what I do. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check. Ready.
Minshew sets to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 30.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down at 4. Watson caught left side by Cobb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st down, it's Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. 541. Look at me. Zipper.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 31-yard.
Fairbairn able to put this one through.
Good.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Watson from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Zach Cunningham.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run again with Coleman. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Check.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Minshew with a quick throw out wide to Chark. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Running left, Coleman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Minshew. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Jaguars.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
It's Coleman here, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for two. Off the option, that's complete. He will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Jaguars 22, Texans 15.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Stills. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
To Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game at 22. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Not much there, only a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go!
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Hey, Orbit. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. The Conley's got it over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
41's coming. 41's the mic. If you don't get this ball, squeeze.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Ready? 30 base. Check 37. Check. 22 jet bomber.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Oh, that was dangerous.
Minshew
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
brings up.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
It's a pickup.
When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
47 is the mark. 47 is the mark.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go one more. Mike 41, Mike 45.
Now the late signee, the former Falcon, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
The gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. We the win, that's how we do.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
6-6, bullet high. Rush in.
This is Coleman. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Touchdown, defense. Check 26, check 26. Sit.
They'll try the left side with Coleman. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Yeah.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Over 1st and 10.
Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
19. 57 the mark. 57 the mark. I got you.
From the gun, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Watson on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
David Johnson.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To the air yet again, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Catch number 44 of on the year. It's a first down.
The Texans first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down carry here for Johnson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Ball carrier.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
4th down.
So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over.
22.